All right, hey, what's going on? It's Jamie. It is Saturday, and Saturdays, I'm not really talking about stocks and investing, real estate, things like that. I'm just kind of giving you some opinions on some things in life that might be helpful. Again, this is designed in the event something happens to me, which is inevitable, and might help somebody else as well. It's just as far as like some life lessons. I did not have my dad around. I have 4 kids, and I always share this stuff, that in mind, where it might be helpful. Or, you might not. I didn't have an older brother or sister either, or really any many mentors. I had a great grandfather, which I always talked about, but he really didn't know much about investing and money and things like that. He's just a good guy. Anyway, that being said, so Saturday, I wanted to talk about doing something, acting on your feelings, all right? And this is not going to be for everybody. So if you stumbled across here because you're looking for some stock input, like some input on stocks and options, covered calls, I don't have that for you today. Okay, this is just Jamie sharing. If you were like one of my kids, or friends or family member, and we were having a conversation about this stuff. Now I bought a rental car for that rental business that we started, or we haven't launched it yet. It'll be this week. I'm in one of the cars now. This is a little Kick, so I have this thing mounted on the deck. It works out pretty good. This is a cool little car, actually. It's a 2023 Nissan Kicks SR. Something package, I forget, but it's a cool little car. Anyway, feelings. Whoa, feelings. A lot of times we have emotions and feelings, and this is something that just came up with somebody close to me that talked about, hey, I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing this. And they were sharing this with me. And all I could say is, I'm not perfect. I'm not here to judge anybody. But what I wanted to say was, look, my opinion is that of the times that I act on feelings, whether the feelings are anger, whether the feelings are sadness, or laziness, right? Laziness meaning like you wake up in the morning and you're tired. And you're just like, I don't feel like getting up. I'm going to sleep in, or I'm going to stay in bed. Now that could be going to work, going to school, going to the gym, going to do some type of task that you need to get done, that you should get done. And you can fill in the blank with that, but you don't feel like doing that thing. Whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're a little boy or a little girl, right, or a young man or young woman, there's lots of things that we come across where we don't feel like doing that thing. This morning I went to the gym. The gym opens on Saturday at 5 a.m. And on the other days I go at 4 a.m. and I get up at 3:30. So I get up at 4:30. And I've been getting into a habit. I'm not going to get into this whole thing, but I've been getting into a habit of waking up, and I have that same feeling every morning of I don't want to go. I don't wake up and go, yes, woo, time to go to the gym. Even if it's quietly inside, I'm not doing that. I'm just like, oh man, this sucks. But I'm like, I know I got to go. And even if you do one little thing that's positive, right? Even when you don't feel like doing that thing, whatever that thing is, you're going to feel better after you did it, right? And you don't have to have it all figured out. Showing up is better than not showing up at all. Doing some small task, like if you have a messy room and you're like, this room is a disaster, or your office, or your workload, right? You're like, or you're wicked, like you're very out of shape, and you're like, man, I'm so out of shape, and I don't mean just because you're heavy. I mean just like you have no stamina, you get winded fast, you have no strength, right? Like I could do a pull-up. I could do a dip. I still can't do a dip, but I can do maybe a couple pull-ups now. And you just keep doing one, right? In the dip bar, I keep holding myself up because I'm like, I'm gonna get some dips. I don't know if it's because I'm just weak, or I'm just too heavy, or not used to it. but I'm like, man, I'm gonna get some dips in, right? I can do push-ups, I can do 50 push-ups, but whatever that thing is you start with 1, and then you maybe comes 2, and then you can do 5. Maybe you have to make your bed, or pick up the laundry on your floor, or vacuum, or wipe down the thing, empty the trash. If you do something every day, and you may not feel like doing it, you get one step closer to a clean room. You get one step closer to getting the workload knocked down, right? Because there's another deal coming in, another sale, another service, right, that needs to be done. But you got to do your best to keep tackling that thing, keep going after it, and you're not going to always feel like it. If it's school, you might say, oh, there's a kid at school I don't want to see. They're making my life so difficult. I hate him or her. I don't like that person. They're a bully. They bother me. They make fun of me. Maybe it's a teacher. Maybe it's a homework assignment, a test. It doesn't matter if you're in the 3rd grade or if you're in high school or college. I was never very good at academics, and that's my own fault because I had distractions. And I can make excuses, but I was capable, and I had a lot of excuses, but I didn't have the discipline, and I didn't focus, and I regret that. So if you just buckle down and just say, hey, look, let me study for this hour or 2. Let me turn off my device. Let me not talk to my friend. Let me put this other thing off and get this done. You're going to feel better. You're going to pass the exam. You're going to, ace the test. You're going to be someone that the teacher, or if it's at work, your co-workers or your boss is going to go, I can count on that person. That person gets it done. You want to look yourself in the mirror and say, I don't always feel like doing it, but I get it done. I do it. Be that person. That would be my encouragement. Be the person that finds a way to get it done, and you do the best that you can, right? You don't have to be like I listen to some motivational stuff. Some of the stuff is pretty extreme, right? It's pretty loud and intense. But you don't have to get right there. You don't have to go to volume 10. You can just start off with 1, and then go to 2, and then kind of work your way up. But you're not going to always feel like going to work. There's many days where I'm like, I don't hate my job. Some people love their work. But when you wake up in the morning, you may not feel like going to work. You may not be looking forward to some of the things that are in front of you. But the people that are going to get a little further in life are the ones that put their feelings aside, I think, in my opinion. And you put your feelings aside and say, I'm going to do what needs to be done. Whether you're an athlete and it's training, whether it's your diet, exercise, education, whatever the case is, there's going to be many, many, many things where you're not going to feel like doing that thing. I don't feel like doing it. And you got to decide, because even if you don't do it, you made the decision, right? Like if you say, I'm not doing it, and there's going to be a consequence, good or bad. If you don't get up and you don't go to work, if you call out and you know you're not sick, you just don't feel like going, you're going to miss something. You're going to miss something. You're going to make an impression. There's something. There's days where you have to go. You really are sick, or you have a place to go, or you have a vacation, or you need to be there for your kids or family member. But the days when you're like, I just don't feel like going to work. I just don't feel like going to school. I don't feel like driving down and going to pick that thing up that I need to do. Like I had to drive to Rhode Island to bring one of the dogs an hour and a half to this veterinarian that's really good, but that's where I needed to go because that doctor works on older dogs. She's 7, and she had to get spaded, and if not, like if she got pregnant again, it could kill her. And there's local veterinarians, but we trust this guy. People drive from all over, like from New York to see him. So I had to go drive an hour and a half on my day off in the morning, to be there for 8 in the morning to drop off our dog, and I had to wait there until 3 o'clock. I mean, like I didn't stay at the office. I went and did some other things, but I had to stay there until she woke up from the anesthesia and was ready to get picked up. And then I had to drive an hour and a half. That was my day off. I'm just using an example of something small. That's a small thing. That's hardly someone that might be sick and they have to go to the doctor to get chemotherapy, right? God bless them. Like somebody who's really struggling, right? Like I got to get up to go get some treatment, life and death type of stuff to kind of go and do that. I mean, that's much more intense. But for me, waking up on my day off and driving there was like an inconvenience and not something I wanted to do. But I did it. I said, I got to get this done, right? And it's done now, and I feel better. It's done. I don't have to worry about it again, ever, right? Because she's spaded and almost fully recovered. So whatever those things are, you fill in the blank, is you just tackle them and you address them as they come. But okay, I've rambled enough for the 10 minutes, but that's my idea here on Saturday morning. We're getting to the end of the month. Today is the Saturday the 22nd, I think. I think it's the 22nd or 23rd. But we're getting to the end of September here, going into October. So the year is going along. What are you doing with your time? You don't always have to feel good. You don't always have to be happy all the time. Do what's right. Everybody says, "Oh, be happy. You gotta do what makes you happy." No, I don't think so. Eating Twinkies and what do you call those things? Honey buns. I won't say his name. I know somebody eats honey buns all the time, which I see him stuffing his face with a honey bun. And I've had them. They're tasty, right? But this person is very heavy, and it's not good for you, right? But they taste delicious, and you eat it because it feels good and you're happy. Not everything that you do that feels good and makes you happy is good for you. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice and do something. It's your choice. It's up to you. All right, I'll see you guys next time.